all fall back. I was just a young man in the grips of the land. I've been on the scene since the days of the old days. Same old shit, man. It's a new day. What's up, everybody? It's your boy, DJ B-A-S-E, DJ Bass, because music is the foundation to every hit. And if you tuned into this channel, then you've tuned into the Beat Break. And if you're still here, man, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, okay? And with that out the way, listen. Today on the Beat Break, we're going to be looking at a Young Dolph inspired track. And you just heard the track, okay? And if you liked it, and if you want to know how we did it, stick around. And now, when I say this is a Young Dolph inspired track, this is a track that is a DJ Bass track, your boy, okay? And it's something that we would present to a Young Dolph or that type of artist if we were ever in the studio with him, okay? When I heard this track, Young Dolph just came to mind. If you agree, let me know in the comment section, and if you don't, let me know. And with that out the way, man, let's get started, okay? And as always, what we want to do is start with the metronome, okay? And that metronome turned out to be a 65, okay? So let me mute all of this right quick. All you have to do is left click on these green dots or yellow dots if you're new to FL Studio, and it will mute the tracks, okay? We're trying to teach people, man, that may have just gotten into producing, okay? All right, I think that's it. And let's go ahead and change this to pattern mode. You have song mode, which we were in, and now we're switching to pattern mode, okay? And we're gonna break this pattern that we put together, okay? And like I said, first of all, what we did was brought up this tempo tapper. We tapped out a tempo. It wound up being 65. I knew I wanted a very slow tempo, okay? And so this is what that tempo sounds like. Okay, a very slow tempo. In the first place we wanted to start, as we usually do, is with the snare, okay? So we went and grabbed the snare. And if you right click and hold down control, it will bring everything in perspective, okay? Everything in view, all right? And these are the snare notes. Okay, and as you see, we dropped it on the 2 and the 4. It's just regular time, okay? With this slow beat, we could just drop it on the 2 and the 4. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? So for all you people who are new to beat making, if you're ever stuck, just drop that snare on the 2 and the 4, okay? And you'll be good. And at the same time, man, we knew we liked this snare, but we wanted to thicken that up with a clap, okay? And so that's what we did. We brought a clap in, and we just dropped it right on top of the snare, okay? But what we did was we brought the volume down on that clap, okay? Because we want that snare sound to be more prominent. And when we put that clap with the snare, it sounds like this. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so you can see it kind of woke that snare up. And what we also did was we added a little shift on it. We delayed it just a little bit so it would thicken that snare up even more, okay? And so at this point, we were listening to this track. And okay, like I said, it's a slow tempo. We got to change that metronome or we'll be stuck in that mode, okay? So we decided to come up with a hi-hat, which will give us our own metronome sound. And we just went in here or we right-clicked on the actual instrument and we went to fill each 2 steps, okay? And that gave us this snare pattern, as you can see. And we just left the velocity even all the way across, but we turned the volume down right here, okay, in the channel rack. And so you got to look at it. All these sounds are unprocessed, although they're in the mixer. So we do some mixing in the channel rack and in the piano roll with the velocity settings, okay? So when we're done, even though we hadn't messed with the levels in the track, it still sounds pretty good because we've already kind of leveled everything. And this is what that hi-hat pattern sounds like. Okay? It just sped that tempo up. Okay? And at this point, man, I was like, you know what? Let's just go ahead and add some more white noise in the form of a, not crash, but a open hi-hat, okay? And so we went to this open hi-hat, and as you can see, we just dropped it. Okay? Right there at the quarter note, at the first bar and the second bar. Yeah. Okay? And at this point, I was like, okay, it's still kind of bland. So we decided to wake it up even more with some white noise. And for all you newbies out there, white noise, snare, open hats, crashes, cymbals. Hey, this is a great way to bring energy to your drums, okay? And so we just dropped it right here at about the 8th note of the end of that first bar and the last bar, okay? We got a 2-bar loop going. And this is what it sounds like when we dropped it in. And we also turned the volume down, okay, at around the same volume as the open hat, okay, and the closed hat. And this is what it sounds like. Okay. Let's just give it some more energy, okay? And we're trying to build this energy because when you're working with an artist like Young Dolph or someone like that, you want to leave a lot of room and air in the drum, a lot of room in the mix with the drums. Okay, you don't want to overcrowd it. Excuse me, I'm getting a little tongue tied, but you don't want to overcrowd the space with anything really. You want to leave enough room for that artist to come through with those vocals. Okay, and so we're leaving it kind of spaced out and open track. Right. And at this point, I didn't want to add any more drums, okay, because I didn't want to get locked into a certain rhythm. So I decided to go ahead and go with FL keys, all right? And if you got FL Studio, you should have this, okay? And we basically just added, we're in C natural minor, so we added a octave in here. When you play C and C in 2 different pitches, okay? This is an octave, okay? And we just held that down, and then at the end of that bar, a quarter way toward the end, 3/4 in, we dropped D sharp on it. Okay, we went to the third degree of that scale. Okay, and then we went right back to the C and the C, which make up an octave. Okay, and they gave us a lot of energy, and we decided at this point when we heard it and we left the volume the same. When we heard this, okay, okay. When we heard that, we decided we were gonna make a track with just piano sounds, okay? That's a great way to go. The piano is a great instrument and it's very flexible and it is just a great instrument, okay? So we kind of using this piano as a bass, okay? And we decided to go ahead and bring another piano in, okay? And that's what we did. If you got FL Studio, then you have this plugin, Direct Wave, okay? And we brought this piano in and we played this simple melody, okay? These are the sound notes, okay? We went from C, which is the tonic, to the third, okay? Then back to the tonic, okay? And we went as far as the fourth degree. We didn't go to the fifth, okay? We just kept it from the first to the fourth degree, okay? And we made a pattern out of those 4 notes of this C natural minor scale, okay? And we just highlighted, hit shift on our keyboard, right click, left click the mouse, and we drugged it out. We dropped it, and that was that, okay? And when we put this with the rest of the track, we're going to show you what it sounds like. And as you can see, we kind of turned the volume down just a little bit. And we played this freehand so we would have these velocity changes to give it a better feel, okay? Okay. Yeah. And you see how those 2 pianos work together to just create that, to me, which is a beautiful just melody, and some harmony, okay? All right. So at this point, I was like, we know where we're going, definitely. And we're gonna go right to the to the kick pattern. All right. And we knew, like I said, in this particular track, when we're dealing with an artist like a Young Dolph, okay, listen, man, we don't need to go crazy with the drums, okay? And since it's a slow tempo, we added some kicks kind of right behind each other pretty quick, okay? And then we left some space. And then we added a kick, and then we doubled them kicks up a little bit, and right back to that fast kick pattern. And then right back to the air. And all we did was copy this pattern and pasted it over here, just like before, okay? Because we want to keep it simple, okay? We want to leave room for that artist to shine. And this is what it sounds like when we drop that pattern in and we left the volume as it is. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And at this point, man, I'm like, hey, buddy, We rocking. But guess what? All we need now, boom, is Mr. 808. And it should do the job. And as you can see, with this 808 pattern, which is here, and the kick pattern is here, we kind of spaced that 808 out. Like I said, you need to work on leaving space for that artist. We didn't want to bring that 808 in and just copy that kick pattern verbatim because it would just be too much. We just want to drop it in key places, okay, with the kick. Oh yeah. What? Okay. And at this point, we knew, man, we have a complete track. All we need is some vocals and to pull some sounds out. And according to the vocals, we'll add some things in. Okay? And the finished result, you heard it in the beginning, is the pattern. Okay? And as you look at this, you can kind of see how we did the vocals. All of these spaces you see here, they're vocals, okay? And as the song plays, you will notice this area in your playlist. It will light up when the particular vocal is playing, and so you can see which track had what vocals in, okay? And we just sat here and did a bunch of vocal takes as the beat played, as we listened to it back again and again. All right, and we just want to give you a quick demonstration. Yeah. All right. I'll be on the scene like a motherfucker close. I was just a young man giving toast to the realness. Real one, you all fall back. I was just a young man in the grips of the land. I've been on the scene since the days of the old days. Same old shit, man. It's a new day. Like a motherfucker close. I was just a young man giving toast to the realness. Real one, you all fall back. I was just a young man in the grips of the land. I've been on the scene since the days of the old days. Same old shit, man. It's a new day. And on that note, you've been rocking with your boy DJ BASE in the Beat Break. And if you like this video, man, if you learned anything or if it just entertained you, like, share, comment, and most definitely subscribe to your boy channel, The Beat Break. And I'll see you next time.